Welcome back. A student at a Sarasota Montessori school was removed from the school after administrators say that his parents were making threats and harassing other parents online. But the student's parents say that the school was out of line for removing their child. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley has more on this controversial dismissal.
Excuse me, the dismissal was to you and your Mr. Buck, not to your son. Unfortunately
really?
affected.
Sparks flew at a board meeting at the Island Village Montessori School Thursday morning. The heated argument all centered around Connor Buck's dismissal from the school's Sarasota campus off Clark Road. At the beginning of the school year, Connor's parents Jeffrey and Jennifer Buck raised concerns about the new principal's policy not allowing parents to walk their kids to class.
She was concerned about the security setup of the campus. When she started talking with the educators out there, they all kind of expressed the same type of concern.
The Bucks also raised concern about the hiring of Principal Cindy Hoffman.
We requested by the Freedom of Information Act her personnel file, and hours later, literally, our son was dismissed from school.
But the school says Connor Buck was dismissed after his parents made a series of posts on social media.
There was just some really, what we felt, threatening behavior from this family, and also instances of cyberbullying.
There is no threats, there's no insults, there's no attacks, there's no cuss words, there's no nothing. There's just the facts.
Jennifer O'Connor is the school's executive director.
The principal and I were prevented from leaving the school because that one father came up to the car and had his finger in our face and was not allowing us to leave to go to a meeting.
Several parents emailed the school about the online posts, one saying that hostility has intensified to a level that puts me in fear. But the Bucks say they've never been hostile.
I would like to speak.
I'm adjourning the board
She's
meeting.
had 1 minute. I'd like to speak. I'd like to show you a picture of my son.
All in favor
Why don't
of
everybody
adjourning?
look at my son and
All in
wonder,
favor of adjourning the board
how
meeting?
did you say?
Patty?
Don't adjourn. Don't let him bully us.
We are upset, I will tell you, because our son has been kicked out of school, basically afforded literally no due cause, not even one conversation.
The school adamantly says they've had 3 conversations with the family, but have failed to reach a resolution.
That was ABC 7's Christopher Brantley reporting. That was late this afternoon. The Bucks say that they received the principal's personnel file, which includes her qualifications. Connor Buck is now attending a public school in the Sarasota County School District. And now moving on to this story, new developments tonight in a deadly shooting in Bradenton. Manatee County Sheriff's deputies have arrested Alonzo Churchwell in connection with the death of Ernestine Gardner. He's charged with second-degree murder and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. A witness told detectives Churchwell and Gardner were arguing over a drug transaction before the shooting happened last Sunday morning. Deputies found Gardner lying on the ground outside of a home on 11th Street East. She was taken to Blake Hospital, where she later died. The total amount of money the city of Sarasota could wind up paying for Commissioner Susan Chapman's lawsuit just keeps on climbing. The group Citizens for Sunshine is working through the 2nd District Court of Appeals in its challenge of Judge Brian Eiten's ruling. That ruling absolved Chapman of violating Florida's open government laws. The appeal will cost the city between $35,000 and $50,000. The city has already spent roughly $353,000 on the lawsuit since 2013. Citizens for Sunshine accuses Chapman of violating state law by attending an October 2013 meeting of downtown merchants. More than 2,000 high school freshmen converged on the Bradenton Area Convention Center today. Drug-Free Manatee held a special event with the hopes of getting their important message across to young teens. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us now live from Bradenton with some of the highlights of this event. Rick.
Yeah, Haley, just a few hours ago, this place was really hopping. The kids were learning all about ways to stay drug-free.
Thousands of freshman students from each of the high schools in Manatee County hopped off the buses and into the Bradenton Area Convention Center for a fun-filled event. It's a way to get the message across to teens to stay clean and drug-free.
We want to catch them now so that they have the tools, they know where they can get support for the next 4 years.
I guess you could call this the classroom for the day for these students. The lessons they're learning today can not only be life-changing, but also life-saving.
Kids need to learn to not do drugs and stuff like that. It can just ruin your life.
This drug-free Manatee Health and Wellness event featured 50 different booths and several different breakout sessions focusing on issues affecting teens.
It's a blast. I mean, you look around, you see all the kids, see all the people behind me, and you see all the booths and the vendors, and it's just a great feeling to know that there's so many people that care about our kids in the community.
The kids were all ears when national motivational speaker and talented recording artist Jessie Funk took the stage. Funk tells us she feels lucky to be able to pass along her message to teens all across America.
I struggled so much as a teenager myself, so I feel like it's part of my penance to give back, but also to use it to help kids get what I wish that I had.
And Drug-Free Manatee does have other events lined up, including a youth leadership event this weekend. Reporting live from Manatee County, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
Thank you, Rick. Well, we've seen a few gators roaming on the golf courses on the Suncoast. That's not all that rare, but now some other wildlife hitting the links. An ABC 7 viewer, Todd Evans, sent us this picture from the Deep Creek Golf Club in Punta Gorda. He says 4 bobcats were seen walking around the course on Saturday, right by one of the holes, which probably made it difficult for some golfers that day. I know, Bob, you've probably seen your share of wildlife out on the course as well.
Yes, I have many times, and bobcats too. At one point, just kind of moseying down the fairway once at Laurel Oak. 89 degrees right now. We have clear skies, and the dew point 74 degrees. The dew point's a little high because of that west-southwest wind at 9 miles an hour, and that is bringing us that sea breeze well inland now. So not many coastal showers anticipated through most of the evening. The pressure at 2998. That's actually falling slightly, but still pretty high. We have this line of low pressure kind of extending right on into Julia, and looks as though Julia is just going to sit around there and spin off the Carolina coast. Eventually, some of that moisture may move on into our area, but right now things are pretty quiet around town. Some storms in the northeast portions of Manatee County near Duet, and some just to the north of Wauchula and southeast of Arcadia. Well, much more in our forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Haley.
Thank you, Bob. A suspected serial killer has been caught in Ohio, and we are hearing the dramatic 911 call that led police to their man. Police not only rescued a terrified woman who made the call for help, but also found several bodies. ABC's Elizabeth Herr has the details of this investigation.
A woman held captive and fearing for her life.
I've been exhausted.
Whispers and begs for help with her captor, a suspected serial killer, just feet away.
Does he have a weapon? He's got a taser.
The victim telling the 911 dispatcher she was abducted by this man, 40-year-old Sean Great, and was only able to call because he had fallen asleep.
Tied up now? Yeah, but I kind of freed myself. If you think you can get out, you need to get out. Not unless they were right here. He would hear me, catch me, and he's strong.
Terrified of escaping on her own, the woman stays on the phone until police arrive minutes later.
Where is he? I've been sleeping. Still sleeping?
Leading to her safe rescue and the discovery of 2 bodies. One of them identified by family as Stacy Stanley, reported missing on September 8th.
It's heart-wrenching. And as a family member, and all of us out here looking for her, she was right there.
And this guy that did this to her, and to these other women, he's a monster.
Police say they found a 3rd body nearby. This after prosecutors say the suspect confessed to killing another woman in June. This investigation is continuing. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, New York.
Thank you, Elizabeth. The family of Sandra Bland has settled their wrongful death lawsuit. You may recall a Texas Department of Public Safety officer arrested Bland last year during a traffic stop. 3 days later, she was found dead in her jail cell. Her death was ruled a suicide. Bland's arrest caused public outrage. Now, according to the Bland family attorney, her family will receive $1.9 million in compensation for Bland's death. Several changes will also be made to Waller County's jail procedure. procedures. For the first time this week, both the Democratic and Republican presidential nominees are out on the campaign trail. Hillary Clinton is back at work after recovering from pneumonia, and it is just in time. Over the last few weeks, the polls have tightened. The latest poll from Quinnipiac has Clinton clinging to a 5-point lead, which has been cut in half since last month. In New York, Donald Trump boasted about the latest numbers.
The polls are coming out. We're leading in so many polls, I can't tell you, I don't know where to begin. But that's a good feeling.
Also today, Trump's campaign released the health information that he gave to Dr. Oz and said Trump has the stamina to endure uninterrupted the rigors of the presidential campaign. And still to come on your Suncoast News, another car dealer issues a massive recall. Hyundai warns about a software glitch that can affect when vehicles accelerate. Which models are included in the recall? That's next.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Tobacco kills some 6 million people around the world every year, according to the World Health Organization. Quitting can help lower the risk of dying early from a variety of tobacco-related illnesses. And as Kim Hutcherson tells us, the use of e-cigarettes might help people give up smoking altogether.
New research out of the United Kingdom indicates that the use of e-cigarettes may have helped thousands quit smoking. The study was published Wednesday in the British Medicinal Journal. Researchers at University College London analyzed information from the Smoking Toolkit study, which looked at smoking and attempts to quit in England. They found that e-cigarettes may have helped some 18,000 people in the country quit smoking in 2015. The investigators pointed out that there's no evidence the use of e-cigarettes e-cigarettes prompted people to try to quit. But during 2015, the number of people who successfully quit smoking rose as more people used e-cigarettes. According to the World Health Organization, tobacco kills up to half of its users. The American Lung Association says 480,000 people in the U.S. die from tobacco-related causes each year, making it the #1 cause of preventable death in the country. For today's Health Minute, I'm Kim Hutcherson.
And now we'll head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast in the tropics.
Thanks, Haley. Yes, looking out over the Gulf of Mexico, there is a tropical system heading toward Texas right now. And Casey Key webcam showing a pretty nice day out on the beaches today. Lots of sunshine out there. You can see some high variety of clouds streaming on in at times. And the sun looks like a pretty good sunset tonight. It should be real nice out there. And get a look at the Titan radar picture, what's been going on. This is Tropical Storm Julia now. It's back to tropical storm status because we're kind of flying through there, found winds up to 40 miles an hour, so we'll keep it as a tropical storm symbol as it moves its way to the east. And a few storms here. Another system, as I mentioned, out in the Gulf of Mexico, right about here, an area of low pressure will eventually move off toward Texas, bringing some much-needed rainfall for folks in Texas, although it doesn't appear that it's going to have much of a chance to develop into a big storm. We'll keep an eye on it for you. Nothing going on here as far as the tropics are concerned. We have some storms developing in northeast Manatee County right now. Some pretty big weather near Duet and just to the north of Wauchula. These are all associated with the sea breeze, which has really moved inland now. And it looks like not much going on near the coast, and that's the way it should stay right now through the next several hours. So if you have any plans, it looks to be pretty good. Even this late evening, the rain chance only at 20%. The storm near Duet, not very big at all, or tall for that matter, 30,000 feet. Usually you have to go above that to generate lightning, and up to 40 to 50,000 feet, you really start to see that lightning develop. So we have a few lightning strikes with it, don't get me wrong there, but not as many as you normally would see with these afternoon and evening thunderstorms that we get. Looking off to the east of the Lakewood